Hey, so the question is, how do you run Etsy ads? So I've got the shop that I use for all my training. It's got like 95 products on it. You see a whole bunch of different types in there, like tons. I got print on demand stuff. I got digital. I got everything in here. The only thing I don't really have is templates because I'm just getting into that now. I got printable cards though, but those aren't quite templates. Anyway, how do I run ads to this? So my background is I run a ton of ads over the years. PPC Coach stands for pay per click, which is what I do. So go to marketing, Etsy ads, and you'll see here I've got 4 orders, spent 25 bucks. Revenue is that. Let's go all time for this year. Yeah, spend even more. So you got to be careful with ads. So here's what I'm going to show you. When you start, you'll see the ones that got sales. You can manage your budget here, so that's $1. You can go up to 25. I would not suggest that because there's a couple things we have to do first. So what most people do is they'll let that run like I did without even checking it. Now it's only at $1 a day right now, so that's fine. And the shop is pretty new. So there's today I've got 2 clicks, 65 cents, whatever. Yesterday, 3 clicks, spent $1. So if I take 3 clicks, or $1 divided by 3, that's 33 cents a click. That's actually really cheap in the pay-per-click world. So I don't mind that. The problem is I'm advertising all 95 listings, and when I go to manage, check this out. If I go to look at the views and then the clicks, you can see, well, let's sort it by spend. And let's go with advertise, okay. I think this is all time. So you can see this one, when you have little PNG files or image files, and they're taking up a lot of your budget, but they're not really making money. So the 0.47 return on ad spend means anything below 1 means it's losing money. Here's one though that has sunflower boho bull skull, 7 clicks, 1 order, revenue is $3, and it cost me $1.17. So what I should do is sort this by orders. And then you can see I got 1, 2, 3, 4 orders. And now what I want to do is look at, well, there's a cute-eyed butterfly. That thing had 184 views, 1 click, and cost me 27 cents to make $2.40. So the return on ad spend, which they don't show the fees in that revenue, which sucks, is 8.89. Which is really good. Then I've got another one that's a loser. This one's a winner. This one's a winner. So what I could do is shut off everything else and only run my ads to the winners. Okay, that is possible. And once you have a store that's established and making sales, this store is pretty new and it's not really making many sales. So I'm just advertising everything to get it out there, to get the momentum going, because momentum is pretty much the hardest thing to get on Etsy. So what you could do is this. Select all 95 and then just deselect the ones that are actually doing well. So I've got those 3 that are actually getting sales and they're profitable. And then the ones that are selected, turn them off. Click update. So now over here, listing status, advertised, I've got, let me hit reload. I've got 3 now. So now my big old $1 a day is only going to my 3 winners instead of going to everything. So with this type of store and this type of setup, when you're starting out, it's hard because you have individual products and they're not making much money at all. So ideally what I want to do is get a bunch of these going and then bundle them together so I can increase the average order value. Then when I run ads, they'll actually be profitable. But that's how you manage it. So now I know that if I go back to here and go to active, we can look at everything that was getting views. So there's 1,895 views there. That was for St. Patrick's Day. There's a butterfly getting a lot of views, a boho bull skull, another St. Patrick's Day one. So anything that's related to a holiday is going to get a lot of traffic. But I can see that I could even sort by spend, which is route number 2. And I can look at anything that's spending money and not really making it and shut that off. The third thing you can do is look at all your products and just give them all like, I don't know, at least $2 in spend before you shut them off. So the problem with that route is if I'm taking all my 95 products and I'm advertising them at $1 a day, then that budget is spread out amongst 95. So it's going to take a while to get a $2 spend on each product. So what I can do is do what I did, which is turn off everything that hasn't got a sale, then come back in and look at my spend and say, okay, which one has a good click rate? So that's like your CTR, which means it was viewed 10 times, it was clicked once. That's got a 10% click-through rate. Now that's a t-shirt for St. Patrick's Day, so that might not be a good idea. This one has already spent $2. It's got a really good click-through rate, but it's not getting a sale. This one has not spent this one is actually a personalized mug, so I actually make about $5 per sale, $4 per sale. So I could spend $4 on this one, and it's got a decent click-through rate, so it's showing 79 times, and it's got 3 clicks. So what I might want to do is turn this one back on. And over here I've got a birthday card, and this has 71 views and 2 clicks, 2.8%. Look at this, so it's only spent 46 cents. I might want to turn that one back on. And then I'll keep going down. Basically anything with a good, decent click-through rate has some potential. And this is a Mother's Day card. So Mother's Day is coming up. I got 101 views, 2 clicks, 2% CTR. I've only spent 53 cents, so I'm going to turn that one back on. So then we go to this one. That's St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to leave that off because that's gone, that's passed. Here's a Valentine's Day one. That's passed. Here's a TV frame. 2 clicks, 176 views, 1.1%, 80 cents spent. I'm going to turn that one back on. So what I'm saying is we've got, now when I go here, now instead of having 95 products, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 products going. And I've got, some of them have orders. So 1, 2, 3 have orders. And the other 4 are almost at like whatever my maximum spend threshold is. So for a birthday card, it might be $2. For a TV frame art, it might be $2. For a personalized gift, this one, I know I'm making about $4, so I could spend $4 on that one. This one is like $2. So once these get to 2, 2, 4, 2, then I make a decision on whether to keep or turn these off. And then what I'll do is I'll be also testing a couple of other ones. So the rule is the 80-20 rule. So we want to have basically 80% of our money going to the winners. So it's hard to do with this because we're just starting out. We don't really have enough data. But eventually we want to shift where our budget is only running to our winning products. So if I have 10 products, then I want to make sure that 8 of the 10 are ones that actually have sales, and that 2 of the 10 are ones that I'm like running down here on the bottom right. So once you're established and once you're going, that's how you do it. When you're first starting, it's hard because, in fact, you probably shouldn't even run ads when you first start. You should wait till you have some sales. I just got a little impatient because I come from the paid ad world, and I wanted to get things going quickly. So I think what I would say is, if you've never run ads before, don't. Wait until you get some sales, then turn your ads on only for the ones that you have sales, and then so 80% of your budget will go to ones you have sales, and then run tests on the other 20%. So if you have it like you're a month into Etsy, and you go, okay, now I have 10 sales, I've got 4 products that are getting sales, getting orders. So you can run your ads to those 4 products, and then the other one, you can run 1 ad to a test, and then you can just keep rotating testing through 1 product as an experiment and 4 products as your main one. So whatever the sales are, I hope that makes sense. Let me do that in a little sheet here. So, how to run Etsy ads. Wait until you have sales. Apply 80%, 80-20, sorry, 80-20 rule, which means 80% of your budget goes to products, sales, 20% of your budget goes to products as experiments. So those are products that you think, I think this one's got some legs, I think it might work. So for example, if you have 10 products with sales, then take your calculator out and you have a $1 budget, then you go, well, whatever the budget is. You can run more if you want. Oops. Sorry, just give me a second. So that means you could have 2.5 experiments running. And then you have 10. And you're constantly adjusting that. So how'd I come up with that? Well, 10 divided by 0.8, which gives you 12.5. And then 12.5 times 0.8, oops, times 0.8 is 10. So if you have 10 products with, say you have 50 products with sales, 50 divided by 0.8, that means you have 62.5 products you can advertise, so minus the 50. That means you could be experimenting with 12.5 products. Does that make sense? So I'll put this in here. If you have 10 products, then you go 10 divided by 0.8 equals 12.5. 12.5 minus 10 equals 2.5. So the 2.5 is your 20%, your 10 is your 80%. And then this way, when you're running ads on Etsy, you can actually profit instead of losing money all the time. So on my shop, you saw that I was just running things and running things and running things to see what would stick to try and give it a boost. But what I'm doing on my new stores is I'm waiting until I have sales. And then I'll apply this rule. And then I'll do this. 80% of the budget goes to products that got it sales, 20% goes to experiments. You can see how I went through and I turned off everything except the ones that had sales. And then I went back in and I added ones that had good click-through rate. So if I only have 4 sales, I should actually fix this. 4 divided by 0.8. That means I can have 5 products running. So I've got too many running right now. So what I'm going to do is take the best click-through rate possible that doesn't have a sale and hasn't spent it, and I'm going to run ads to that. So there's 1, 2, 3. Well, there's only 3 with sales. I thought there was 4. Whoops. I thought I had more than that. 3 divided by 0.8, 3.75. So we'll call it 4. Close enough. So actually, these ones should be turned off. If I'm going to follow exactly what I want. Turn off, update, and now reload. Now I've got 3 that have sales, and I've got 1 experiment. Okay. As you get more sales, your ads are going to become more effective, and they're going to work better, and then you can be running more experiments along with your sales. So this little thing, the 80-20 rule, is key. When you apply the 80-20 rule to ads, all of a sudden they start becoming profitable instead of losing your money. So if you're going to run ads, do this simple thing and you will be profitable. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know and we'll go from there. Have a great day.